And welcome back to Marquette on the Line. The Alpha Chi Omega sorority will be sponsoring numerous different events in recognition of Sexual Violence Awareness Week. Tomorrow they will be selling puppy chow from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. under the Rayner Library Bridge. On Wednesday night they will be hosting a candlelight vigil in West Town Square, and on Thursday they will be sponsoring a dodgeball tournament at the Union Sports Annex. All proceeds from the events will benefit the Sojourner Truth Family Peace Center. Well, we have an exciting interview here. We have two students at Marquette who are running the Chicago Marathon. Maddie Rudersdorf and Betsy McKenny are going to be in the Chicago Marathon. Girls, I'd like to welcome you to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Really, first thing, what is it that inspired you guys to run the Chicago Marathon? That's obviously a big undertaking.
Last year, our friend Kathleen Javer, she was here also, she ran it, and we went to go watch her, and we ran 6 of the miles with her as bandit runners, and it was just so cool. We decided we had to do it.
That's great. Now, knowing people who have trained for this event, I know it's an extremely rigorous training process. Just kind of take us through what is a day in the life for you of training.
Well, we mapped out a Nike training schedule that they have online, and we would do our long runs on Wednesdays. You kind of just pick what days you want to do them. And then we try and run every other day during the week, at least a little if we can. It's kind of hard with our schedules, but for the most part we just add up miles every week until the race.
That's great. Do you have a specific goal that you're trying to reach in terms of a time or just accomplishing it for yourselves?
We want to finish. We want to get maybe under 4:30, but it's our first, so.
And there's pace trials we can run with, so there will be pace runners, so you can stay on pace. So stay around the 9:30 pacer.
Now, when you guys are doing your long runs around campus and back home, is there any times where you just have to stop and take a break?
We try to map out our runs so that we usually stop at Altera down by the lake and get water there. We just like to have water breaks, but that's pretty much it.
That's great. Now, when you say a long run, that means different things to different people. Obviously, a marathon runner, probably a long run means more. How long is long for you?
Last week we did 15. The most we got was 20. So I guess it's long runs anywhere from 10 to 20, I guess it's been.
Now, what sort of advice would you give to someone who is just even considering running a marathon?
I think if you're considering running it, you should go watch it, because it definitely is what made our decision that you had to do it, just because it was so cool. The whole atmosphere of the Chicago Marathon was amazing. I
feel like anyone can do it. They have tons of programs and trainers, so really it's just takes a lot of time.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, when you guys are crossing the finish line, what is your hope? What are you hoping to come away with from this experience?
The medal around our neck.
I feel like just a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah. It's taken a lot of training, a lot of time, so it'll be nice to just have it over with and say that we've run a marathon, because it's been a life goal kind of for both of us. So.
That's great. Now, what would you guys, I know you mentioned your friend, being a source of inspiration to you. What is your motivation to get up in the morning and do that run, even if you don't feel like it?
I feel like each other. I mean, we always say I wouldn't be running it if I wasn't running it with someone else. I wouldn't have the motivation to go run and do the long runs.
And we kind of know if you don't do the training, it's not going to be easy, because we did a half marathon last spring, and it was really tough because we didn't train as well. So it's kind of motivation to really get up and do it this time.
Now, having gone through doing a half marathon before, what sort of thing is running through your mind as you're running and pushing you forward?
We do listen to music. We keep one ear plug in, and then have the one that next to each other open so we can talk. But I feel like I just try to let my mind wander and not think about the race.
Yeah, we try to talk a lot the whole way, and we see really funny things on the way, so comment, and hopefully during the race all our friends and family are coming, so we'll have a lot to talk about, I guess, hopefully.
That's great. Where are you running this weekend?
This weekend is the marathon, so we'll be in Chicago, and it's throughout the whole downtown area.
It says it's 23 neighborhoods of Chicago, so we'll get to see the whole downtown, I guess.
That's great. Get a nice tour of the city.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'd like to wish you guys the best of luck. It's really
Thank you.
fantastic, and I'm sure you'll make it to the finish line. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks.
And coming after the after the break, we'll be taking a look at how women's volleyball did over the weekend with the help of our sports director, Brad Galley.